Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill with Night Energy Services.
This is Ken Lavin with Winter Mud.
And this is our guest, Robert Hefner V, the founder and CEO of Hefner Energy. I'm really excited to be here today with him. And this is our show, everybody. Fossil Fuel Fridays.
Sorry, I missed that cue.
That's fine. Perfect. That's fine. We're going to keep going with this because everybody really wants to hear from you and not that title.
They want to hear from you.
Fair enough. Hey, so I've been really excited about this one, and somehow, some way, we finally got to connect. Man, everything you're putting out there right now, it always speaks to me. We do this show to promote and to support other energy advocates, especially, here near to our heart, Oklahoma. Everybody Hefner name obviously is going to be in line with, most of our views and of course our city. So thank you for what you do. Man, just tell us where your background, I know you went to OU, tell us a little bit about yourself, how'd you get here?
Yeah, so this is a story that I've told a little bit in the past, especially with Hard Energy, but growing up, obviously I do have this name and I can't really go anywhere without seeing it plastered somewhere. So I actually hated my name growing up, and I didn't want to be in this industry at all. In fact, I was a ice hockey brat, and my dad, we'd travel all over the country playing hockey, and my dad would take us down to Dallas. You'd go through the Arbuckle Mountains, and he's a geologist. So he would literally pull over on the side of the road, get us all out of the car, and start explaining rock formations. And here's this geologic formation, and here's the, it's an uplift, and this, that, and the other. And
Thanks, Dad. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, the problem is I didn't listen. But in my infinite wisdom at 16 years old, I said, Dad, you know what? I'm going to teach you something today, Dad. Rock, rock, rock. It's all a rock. I don't care. And that was really my approach to the energy business all the way through probably the junior year of college. And so senior year, I actually took a random leasing contract position. I found out I actually like this business. The salt of the earth mineral owners in particular, I love them across the country. Maybe not so much the corporate execs and Wall Street and private equity finance bros.
They're
not exactly
too.
my favorite, but definitely the mineral and royalty owners in the state. So
outspoken as always.
Yeah, I won't shy away. I'm an ENTP by personality, so I don't mind a little confrontation.
There we go.
But so that was really how I approached this business growing up, and I just wanted to get the heck out of here. But as my dad quipped when I was a kid, he would say, "Hey Robert, how do you make God laugh? Tell him what your plans are." And so here I am in Oklahoma City in oil and gas.
Amen. Glad you brought up God because we were bringing about that. That was awesome.
Well, he's a lecturer, guys, and an educator. I mean, you have a host of things you can go out and help people do, and he does it. He rolls up his sleeves in this community and our industry, and you ask him, how he can help, and he'll probably be able to tell you. Man, tell me about Hefner Energy right now. What are you guys excited about? Mineral management? I'm kind of curious about. We really haven't had anybody talk about that.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind, just kind of explain maybe for those that aren't involved in oil and gas, a little bit about the whole concept of that and what maybe Hefner can do for them.
Start out slow and then just nerd out on it.
Start out slow, nerd out. All right. So for those that aren't familiar with the minerals side of the business, you own everything from surface to the center of the earth. That does include hydrocarbons, oil and natural gas. It also includes water below 100 feet. It includes iodine, which Oklahoma is actually one of the largest producers of iodine worldwide, and other rare earth metals. So it's not just oil and gas per se, although that's definitely how we've invested. And most of the time, these people are not involved in actually drilling oil wells, and they're not working interest owners, meaning that they do not share in the cost of drilling the well, nor the production of it or development of it. And so we're just royalty owners. We get paid every month. It's nice.
Yeah.
It saved me during this downturn to just have mailbox money. Exactly. So for those of you that don't know what it is, that's a quick overview. As far as it relates to us, we've developed built a portfolio of minerals since 2013, really, but as a dedicated strategy since 2016. And it's a great space. We've only done it in Oklahoma so far. Now we're in all states. But once you buy it, it's entirely another thing to own it, to manage those things actively. And so if somebody comes out and gives you an offer on one of your properties, most of the portfolio manager guys that are real high up, they're going to say, we don't care about your singular offer. You can either buy our entire portfolio or nothing. That's largely how people view it. And so we take a different approach to that. We say, okay, this is what the market is willing to pay. And based upon 85 variables that we have looked at fully stochastically, this is what we believe the fundamental value to be, right? And so if market's in excess of fundamentals, you sell. It's that simple. If fundamentals are in excess of market, you buy and you hold it. It's really that simple. But once you get down to the brass tacks, it's, are you being paid right?
Yeah.
What wells are you supposed to own in? Are you in pay status on all of those? Mm-hmm. What are your realized prices? Who is outside of, who's paying you? Continental, Devon, Sandridge, you name it. Which one of those are outside 2 standard deviations to the left on realized price from the rest of the grouping? You should probably have a conversation with those guys. And so what we realized is we built a very scalable advanced data analytics system.
I've seen the post, guys. Please go to his LinkedIn and check that out, man. That data analytics, I nerded out on.
Yeah. I've started compiling everything, by the way, on Hefner.energy. So if you're curious, there's some of those videos are there, as well as my writing. But we take those advanced data analytics and we built it for scale. I could deploy $100 million a year. Well, now I'm just using it for myself, and I only have a very small portfolio. So what can I do to help others? I can leverage this to help other people. And so this year, actually, we are launching into minerals management. Hopefully we can sign our first client by the end of the month. We're looking to sign on only with family offices that either want a more sophisticated approach to actively managing their portfolio, or people that just don't care about it. They want to leave it alone, and they want to know that they can trust somebody to take care of it the right way.
That's a heck of a list. I mean,
Yeah.
you can go on the Corporation Commission's website. You can see just the list alone of all the operators just here in Oklahoma that are operating well.
Yeah.
Get a hold of me. Maybe your operations could improve a little bit.
And speaking of, so you talked about a couple things helping people out. It's going to be a first on our show, right? Is that right?
Yeah, it's on the website, but I haven't linked it to any social media yet.
This is a first, so
Pull it out of him. See if you can get him to go
all
ahead
right,
and
come
say
on, bring it.
Tell everybody.
Bring it.
So on Hefner.energy, I'm trying to drop one article bi-monthly. I'm trying to drop videos weekly. And so different than podcasting, I don't want to be another talking head. I actually want to influence change, bring about change, and change the discourse around energy and climate in this country in particular. And so we have a lot of energy literacy here in Oklahoma. We need to export our energy literacy. You can't blame other people on the coast for thinking what they think when we don't educate them as to why they shouldn't believe the way that they are thinking, particularly about climate change, but also about energy and energy systems. So today, what we're dropping on the website is a open letter. Originally, it was written to Matt Swift, the CEO and founder of Concordia, which chose to give their most prestigious honor, I guess, in 2020 to a couple of people who are very alarmist about their approach to climate change and therefore the solutions. One of the people who has influenced me dramatically in life, as well as Bill Gates, who just dropped a wonderful book, is a guy by the name of Hans Rosling, who unfortunately passed away in 2018. And so his influence is literally intertwined through this entire letter. But at the end of it, you can literally click a button. It takes you to democracy.io, where all you have to do is fill out your address, copy and paste my letter, send it to your representatives. So this is a call to action around not allowing people to take a sense of fear, couple that with a sense of urgency to create absolutely horrific energy policy for this country.
Policy without science. Yikes.
Yes, and
We
he's
don't need
already
to do
helped.
that.
The letter's already written. All you got to do is copy and paste from
That's
his
right.
site. So first right
There
here,
you go.
that is
You heard
awesome.
it.
He's already done the homework.
Call to
He's already
action.
done the math, which is awesome. We really appreciate that for our industry. That's huge because I love what you're talking about on the East Coast, West Coast. They don't understand, and they can take that letter, they can pull it up right now and look at it, and then they can bring it to their people.
Just come here. Matt Pinnell already said it. We can use another 5 million people in Oklahoma.
Easily.
Come on. We love to use energy the right way, and
We've got some hills, we got
educate
some
people about
sands,
it.
we
We got it all here. Plug everything else you're doing. There's so much. The Listen Up podcast.
Yep, those are some local guys here in Oklahoma City. Very talented. Jim Shaw, Drew Hopkins over there at Land Vantage, Land Information Systems. They just launched their new podcast called Listen Up. You should definitely check it out.
He was on there. That's why I'm saying.
I was the lead. They used me as the guinea pig, and they learned a lot of good lessons from that. So
Good guinea pig.
yeah, everybody else that comes after me gets the benefit. You're welcome.
What else you got coming up?
Yeah.
Man, this year it's really those two things. It's minerals management, energy advocacy. And so I think at least a message to our industry as a whole, we're very STEM related, right? And so most of the people at the top of our companies are all either engineers or finance professionals largely. I think that's fair, right?
Yep.
Sure.
And those guys, yeah, those guys want numbers, right? Well, you have a thesis, support it with facts, right? That's not how you engage with the public. And so the way you engage with the public is through emotion. And our industry is devoid of that for the most part. We need to approach and message things through a lens of emotion because at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, we are emotional creatures. We make emotional decisions first, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, and then we support that emotional decision or emotional response with facts. Mm-hmm. The reason that we have debate is because there are facts on both sides. So it's not like you can virtue signal on either side of this thing. It is a real discussion, and we need to approach it that way. We need to humanize how our industry is enabling the most incredible quality of life that I think any society has ever experienced.
We're so blessed.
So
blessed.
I want to change that discussion a little bit. It needs to quit being science and math and be a little bit more, hey, I'm a person, you're a person, let's talk about people. Let's talk about what's hurting people.
Yeah.
And I think in the world, it's poverty. Poverty hurts people, not climate change.
There we go.
Climate change is number 13 out of 17 on the global sustainability initiatives at the United Nations.
More energy may not immediately say, hey, we're getting rid of poverty, but it gives us the vehicle to eliminate poverty.
That's right. So the paradox is this.
Yep.
You cannot, or energy does not end poverty, but you cannot end poverty without energy. That's
Beautiful.
the paradox.
I love that.
All right. Well, guys, this is man. Thank you so much,
Hey,
buddy.
thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Guys,
that was great.
Tune in to everything he says.
Tune into these guys too.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time. Take care and God bless everybody.